Hello everyone and welcome to lesson 2.3 of module 3. And in our previous lesson we had looked at creating our very first HTML page, and we looked at a practical demo, and we were able to create a web page, a simple HTML page which with this code. So we only added one header and one paragraph. So in this particular lesson, we want to advance further and look at the concept of HTML headings. So the HTML headings are used to add the subtitles or subheadings within the web page. And in HTML, we have 6 levels of headings. We have heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, and heading 6. These headings differ in the font size. So the more the heading level increases, the less the font size. So with that said, let's take a practical example to see what we mean by the concept of HTML headings. So with that, let us turn to our HTML, to our Visual Studio. And within this Visual Studio, I'm going to remove this code that we had created, and I'm going to add a new heading called heading 1. And in this heading, I'm going to say welcome to our site. And below this heading, I'm going to add one paragraph saying this is our blog post web site. Alright, so this is one simple paragraph, and then below this paragraph again, I'm going to add another heading, but this time around I'm going to use heading 2. So I'm using the next level of heading, which is heading 2, and in this heading 2 I'm going to type our mission. And then below here I'm going to add one paragraph explaining our mission, and I'm going to say our mission is to connect communities. And then below this one I'm going to add another heading level, but this time around I'm going to use the heading level 3. And here I'm going to say our vision, and below this I'm going to add one paragraph explaining our vision to be the leading social media, social blogging platform. Then again that I'm going to go below again here and add another heading level, and this time I'm going to use heading level 4, and I'm going to say our core values. So within these our core values, I'm going to add one paragraph explaining our core values, and I'm going to say accountability, comma, I'm going to say privacy, comma, and confidentiality. Alright, then below this I'm going to add another header again, and this time around I'm going to use the heading level heading 5, and in this our heading 5 I'm going to say our services. And below here I'm also going to add one paragraph explaining our services, and I'm going to say blog post, comma, running ads, and then lastly I'm going to add the last heading level, which is heading level 6, and this time I'm going to say our products or our partners. And below this I'm going to add one paragraph putting in our partners. So I'm going to say our partners could be maybe Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Alright, so you can see I've added the 6 headings, the heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, all the way to heading 6. So let me save this work by pressing Ctrl S, and now I'm going to go to my website or web page and refresh the page and see how these headings will display in the web page. So when I refresh here, it's not refreshing, so let me see what's the problem. Welcome. Alright, so let me go to the project folder and I'm going to open home page. Oh, this is about page. I think I deleted, so let me save this work again. So I'm going to head over here and click on save as, and I'm going to, okay, it's home page. Let me rename it to home page. It has been saved as about, so let me rename to homepage.html, and then I'm going to click save. And now when I go back to the website and refresh, I'm going to see that my page appears here. So we have the first heading, heading 1. You can see the font size is bigger. Then when we use heading 2, the font size becomes a little bit smaller. And when we use heading 3, the font size also becomes a little bit smaller. And the font size continues to decrease as we increase the heading levels. Alright, so this is the use of heading tag in HTML, and we use headings to add the different headings within our page. You can decide to use one heading level all through your web page. So we can use heading 1 or heading 2 all along. So I'm going to use heading 2, and also here heading 2. Come down here, change it everything to heading 2, and the same thing here, and here, and lastly also heading 6, and right here. So I've changed it to using heading 2 all through. So let me save. Now when you go to your web page and refresh, you're going to see that all the headings have the same font size, because now you're using the same heading level. So that's all about this particular content on HTML headings, and thank you for joining this lesson, and see you in the next lesson.